Hey, all you happy lost souls. If you're new to the channel, awesome you found it. Please subscribe. If not, and I wasted your time, my bad. Proceed with your day. Um, Leave a comment if you hate it, if you like it, if you have something to share that maybe is similar. I am in the southeastern area of Pennsylvania, and most all these artifacts come from just three streams. In fact, they all come from three watersheds: the Neshaminy, the Pennypack, and the Wissahickon. But about 90% of what you see is Pennypack. It's pretty much been in my backyard, and I've been exploring these nooks and crannies and swamps for many a year since my childhood. But this stuff in particular is amazing because this is stuff that was found intact. Um, Let me explain the context. Uh, the pennypack means slow, dark, dead water that flows uphill. It's pretty much what it translates to. It's very strange. It's a meandering stream. It has to corkscrew to get momentum. But it follows a fault line, and it comes out of natural aquifers in the Warminster area. And these streams have been redirected because of all the mills and industrial during colonial periods and into the Industrial Revolution. There's many grist mills along the Pennypack. This was a part that was almost, as the stream curved under this bridge, they cut a canal out the side of it, so it split. But what happened is the original bank, the original flow of the creek, was left dry, and there was a whole exposed bed. And we went there. It was probably early summer. You can't really get back there if you wait too long because of all the thickets and thorns, and you better have a machete. But there's some really deep holes on this back side of this bridge where this dry part of the creek bends around. You've got about 50 to 80 feet embankment above your head, maybe higher. And you can see all the stratus, all the layers, all the way down to bedrock in this old dried out stream bed. And in one layer, a lot of this stuff fell out. So you got this amazing, it's percussion flaked, and it's also pressure flaked. You can see the pressure flaking on the edges, and you can see the obvious percussion work. And this is a razor all the way around. And we start surmising this might be a kill site. I'm not a paleontologist, but I do recognize some of these things as possible fossilized bone or tusk, especially some of these that look like vertebrae. They're very heavy, they're strange. This one you can even see like marrow. But I need somebody that knows about that stuff to check that out. I'm not an expert in that. I'm just like a amateur archaeologist guy that took a lot of anthro and archaeology in college. But a lot of this is theory because none of this is really written or documented about these super Solutrean, symmetrical looking in tools or possible pieces to a game, or maybe even most of them are functional tools, though they have edges sharpened to them. And this stuff is even earlier. And this spear right here was found with this, and this crazy same material, pressure flaked and percussion flaked into a razor blade, essentially, with finger grips. And this is like snowflake obsidian. It's not really around here. It is in certain layers, but really a long time ago. And then you have this fulsome looking spearhead that's been heat treated and is fluted just about up to there. And part of it broke away. And this one is incredible. This tooth design, this harpoon design, it's flaked. It's got like growth on it, some crystal growth, but this is some quartzite. It's super light. You can hear it flake. I mean, look at it. It's insane. And it's fluted almost all the way to the top. This right here. And there's only been one other one I could find in referencing online that looked anything like this, and it was dated back like, I don't know, 60,000 years ago in Egypt. But this was found with these bones, and then with these strange tools. Now these strange chert tools here with all of this patina on them, and these odd shapes are found at Neanderthal sites. Just go online, look it up. So they're most likely pressure flaking tools or some kind of little hammers, or who knows what you have to do processing animals. Maybe it was just used to smash marrow, but I think they were shaped like this to create certain edges and breaks in the stone. But I think it was the remnants of an ancient kill site, and that is why we call it North American Neanderthals. I really think it's Denisovan is more like the lineage we're going to find. And then, at some point, about 20,000, BC to, 15,000 BCE. I mean, to 13,000, that whole time period prior to Clovis, older, Solutrean, great comet hit, and it wiped everything out. And then we start seeing Clovis stuff pop up. But, there's just parts of it that I pulled out that they're really, really special. You see there's like a lot of turtle worship going on at some point. You got like a snapper, and there's these ancient turtles in the Pennypack, alligator snapper turtles. Some of them are 200-300, we don't even know. Some of them are massive, so they have to be really, really old. They'll bite your arm off, not a finger, they'll take a limb off. So you got to be very, very conscientious of these things, and they're like protected because they're endangered at this point. But they're an ancient species is native to that creek. You don't really find them other places. You find regular snapping turtles, but there's a huge difference between a gator snapping turtle and a regular snapping turtle. Just go look that up if you don't believe me. Some of those things look like monsters, because they are. I personally accidentally hooked a monster alligator snapper right near one of our big sites that we find a lot of this stuff at. But you get these pressure flaking, woodworking type tools later on in these Solutrean style quarries where they're just pumping out massive amounts of stone, either stone art tools. Doesn't seem to be jaded with warfare, but a big operation nonetheless that we need to start looking into, because there's a lot of stuff that happened after 13,000 BCE, or 13,000 years ago. Because Clovis culture appeared like 10,000 BCE, or 11,000 BC, so it's like 13,000 years ago. But anyways, I'm gonna get off topic there. But so it's pretty much the oldest stuff, and it's just it's good to have this back in my actual possession, because like I said, my partner in crime here that was hunting artifacts down, and I shouldn't say crime because they're not doing anything illegal, but we don't sell these or profit from these items, and just trying to bring light to a lost people and bring their story out that has been forgotten, and it attaches itself to us. The story of North America's archaeology, that's all of the Americas, South, and the stuff you're going to find in South America is going to blow people's minds away. But because when we start seeing artifacts that come later after these ones, more recent in our time, we start seeing this Mayan influence in a lot of stuff. And we start seeing a lot of warfare type tools. It's hard to compress thousands and thousands of years down into a little story, especially when most of these artifacts aren't found in context. They're just found in gravel bars, pretty much, that get flipped up and over when it rains by meandering streams. Now, when you find a nice bank that falls out, or a tree that falls down right near the creek, you can get back into that hole. You can find stuff intact in situ. As trees grow, you look around the roots, they pull up artifacts all the time. Yep, nature just made that like that perfect, huh? All you skeptics and naysayers and armchair lazy, non-open-minded motherfuckers. The paradigm police. You can all go find a high embankment and jump off of it. I don't know where it goes. Anyways, love y'all. Stay safe, stay happy, stay exploring, keep your mind open, and let's try to fill in the missing, holes in our history. Anyways, take care. Again, please subscribe. Thank you if you just found it. And yeah, stay safe out there, guys. Peace. Please subscribe. Thank you.